Hey girls, this is Miss Gasparini with another math video for my lovely first grade mathematician. We learned a lot this past school year about different strategies for when we're adding and subtracting. Today, I'm going to begin talking about a new strategy we're going to use. This strategy is called a tape diagram, and it shows us the parts and whole of a number. You can use a tape diagram when you are adding or subtracting two numbers. Today, we're going to focus on adding, and we're going to focus on using a number story problem. So let me show you my first story problem so you can see what I mean. Our first story problem says, Katie decided to build a house out of blocks. She used 5 yellow blocks and 6 blue blocks. How many blocks did she use to build the house? Now, when I read a story problem, I like to underline the information I already have and the information I need to learn. So the information I already have is that Katie used 5 yellow blocks and 6 blue blocks to build her house. What I want to know is how many blocks did she use to build the house? So Katie used 5 yellow blocks and 6 blue blocks. I want to know how many blocks she used to build the house. Am I going to be adding or subtracting? Yeah, I'm going to be adding because I want to know how many blocks she used altogether to build the house. I know she used 5 yellow blocks and 6 blue blocks, so my number sentence is going to be 5 plus 6. And the question I've been asked is how many blocks did she use to build the house? When I'm writing a number, when I'm when I'm solving a number story, I like to write out a sentence because as we get older, our teachers like us to write out sentences to answer our math problems. They like us to explain our number we got. So I'm going to write Katie used blocks to build the house. Okay. So she used 5 yellow blocks and 6 blue blocks. I want to know how many blocks that is all together. I actually already set up our picture. I set up our 5 yellow blocks and our 6 blue blocks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to box them both. I'm going to set up our tape so that I can see how they're both connected as parts. So here are my 5 yellow blocks, and here are my 6 blue blocks. And I'm also going to label them so I don't confuse myself. I have my 5 yellow blocks and my 6 blue blocks. And what I need to know is how many blocks she used total. So what I want is how many blocks she used total to build the house. So what can I do to figure out how many blocks she used total? I have my picture. I've labeled, so I know these are my 5 yellow blocks, and these are my 6 blue blocks. I know I need to find the total. What can I do now? I can count up. That's right. So I can either start from 1. If you want to even make it shorter and start counting on at 5, because you know you have 5 here, that works too. I'm going to start by counting on at 1 to see how many she has total. Ready? Okay. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, wow. Okay, we got 11. Katie used 11 blocks. Let me try that again, this time counting on at 5, because I already know I have 5 here. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's still 11. I have 11 total in my tape diagram. This part has 5 and this part has 6, and together they have 11. So Katie used 11 blocks to build the house. 5 plus 6 equals 11. So our tape diagram shows how our 2 parts, our 5 yellow and our 6 blue, are put together to make 11. I had my sister do another example before I started, just so you could see another example, and she actually finished it. Let me show you what my sister did, and she did a great job. And this is another example of how you would use a tape diagram to solve an addition problem. So the question says, Teresia decided to organize her school supplies. When she was organizing, she found 13 green erasers and 3 pink erasers. How many erasers did Teresia find? Now, what my sister did is she underlined the information she already had, that Teresia had 13 green erasers and 3 pink erasers. And then she underlined the information she wanted to know. How many erasers did Teresia find? And since this is an addition problem, she set up her addition number sentence, and she set up her sentence to answer her word problem. She also set up her tape diagram. As you can see, she has 13 green erasers that she labeled as 13G for green, and 3 pink erasers that she labeled as 3P for pink. So you can see she's got her 2 separate parts, but they're also together on the same tape diagram, and put together, they make 16. So my sister knew 13 plus 3 equals 16, and Teresia found 16 erasers. This can be pretty hard, so we're going to keep practicing, especially since it's so new, but I know you guys are working so hard and that we're going to have a lot of fun figuring this out together. I hope you have a lovely day. I miss you very much, and keep working hard.